Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is another series, another episode. Actually, it is my first video in 2026. I just going to do a 2025 wrap and how we're going to first 2026. Let's jump in quick. Let's not waste our time. All right, this video is going by the name Stepping into Unwritten 2026. Yes, we wrote a lot 2025. Picture out the year is like your book, right? The 2025 book, we wrote a lot, downs, ups, disappointments, losing people. But here I'm going to speak about trading and how to improve your trading performance, right? We have done a lot since 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. This is 2026. If you want to make this year, that could be on us, and we have to beat ourselves for not achieving that. Okay, you have a pen, you have right, you have freedom, you have power, you have decision to pick what to write in 2025. That's why this video is going by stepping into unwritten 2026. Okay, 26 is still empty. It's up to you to write now. Let's go. First, you have to ask this question before doing anything. This question is going to wrap what happened in 2026, and it's going to give us the light on what to do 2026. Daniel, we're going to wrap the 2025 and we're going to know how to face 2026. And the question is, where did I fall short 2025 and how can I improve moving forward? Forward where? 2026, right? Here we're going to speak about the setbacks that took place during 2025 and how we going to overcome them. And here we go. You have to ask this question so as you can get the right answers about what you are facing during the year 2025. The first thing is over trading. Over trading, this is entering too many positions without discipline. All right, okay. Simply, when describing the over trading, I don't mean spending a lot of time on the charts. You can spend a lot of time, but execute less. Here I'm speaking of executing a lot of orders. A lot of orders. You're executing. For instance, I myself, I do 2 trades a day and no more, right? And if I don't find any high probability trade, I won't trade that day. So sometimes I break my rules, man. That's why this video is concerned my plugless viewers and every trader who's struggling to achieve consistency. So overtrading is the deal. Another thing is impatience. Impatience, this is like not sitting on your hands waiting for confirmations. Rushed trades instead of waiting for confirmations. All right, you have an edge every time you're trading maybe an order block. When price hit an order block, you're looking for a confirmation to go maybe long or short, depends on the that time's narrative. All right. Yes, you know that that order block will hold the price, but you have to wait for some signatures in a lower time frames to confirm that this order block is about to hold. But you, with your impatient heart, you are going to force putting orders before the confirmations. And that trade is going to have deep retracement back inside the order block. And you find yourself losing your sense during that pullback. Since you're seeing a deep drawdown, you won't handle that. Handling uh drawdowns sometimes is not easy. We have been coded to win. Minds are coded to be happy when see wins, and we are being coded to be distracted and flabbergasted when we see losses. So yeah, impatience will kill you. Don't estimate a reversal. Like, okay, now I'm at the key level, the time is giving, maybe things will unfold. No, relax, wait for your confirmations. You are not going to miss trade, right? That's why after losing your capital, you're going to blame yourself the whole week. Okay, you are, for instance, you deposited maybe 25 bucks on Monday. Monday you didn't find a trade. Yes, you stepped out. Tuesday you didn't find a trade, but you forced yourself to trade. You find yourself losing all the capital during single trading day, which is Tuesday. Tuesday. You lost everything on Tuesday. Then you find yourself don't have more capital to push Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And those 3 remaining days were very clean. You saw the setups, but you were not in the game. The thing is to stay in the game for long, despite you are not winning. That's not the case. Staying in the game will give you more experience. All right. So sometimes you should not be a reckless loser. Just be a reasonable loser, a loser who is taking logical losses. Right. So that is impatience. Then poor risk management. Poor risk management is ignoring stop losses and position sizing. This is quite this thing is a little bit complex. Like, you know, speaking of risk management, you are here to protect your capital and improving it or growing it. So now you have to manage your account nicely. Remember, a good manager can manage people, but the same good manager cannot manage himself or herself. Why? Because standing for your things is a lot harder than standing for others' stuffs. Doing for your interest is a little bit harder than doing for somebody's interest. That's why people are very disciplined at their work because they fear to get fired. They wake up early, they dress up, uh, getting some sense, and they're jumping the job very quick early in the morning just to secure their work. Since they know they are not the one who decides where to be or they are not decide their position, the work. That's why these workers used to be disciplined. But at the same time, when these workers get their own scheme to manage, they are becoming lazy. Why? Because managing your own thing is quite harder. Being under your own umbrella, giving yourself rules and following them, while knowing that no one will punish you from your stupid decisions or poor risk management. No one will be responsible than you. You'll find yourself like being lazy a little bit. But if you consider blowing an account is like is like getting fired in the work, that will at least give you a sense of pushing and protecting that capital. All right. If you broke your rules, if you don't manage the risk, you'll get fired. That means you'll blow your account. And don't give yourself hopes like, I'm going to have more money, I'm going to have another money to fund. Bro, remember how hard it was to get that money. Remember how embarrassing it is to ask people for funds. If you remember all those scenarios, promise you will be a very serious guy with your account. So don't fall in that trap again. Poor risk management. Do not ignore the stop losses and position sizing. You are not God in the market. Like once you find a trade, you can risk all and boom, you win. Not like that. Even if the trade is an A plus, don't go with 2 legs. Always make sure you have a calculated stop loss and reasonable risk. Another setback was not journaling. Oh, this is a very serious thing. Journaling will help you know where you came from, where you are, and where you're going. But the large number of traders are not good at journaling because writing down the thing that gave you result already is something hard, especially when the thing is negative. Writing negative about yourself is weird. So people used to ignore, and if they journal, they only journal positive stuff. They forget that we have nothing to learn from positive things. We have a lot to learn from negative things. Your faults are your teachers. Your mistakes are your teachers. Learning from past experience based on losses, setbacks, short, okay, where you failed is where you learn more than where you went. So, like that, bro. Journal, we're journal, and what we're missing with the journaling is we missed a lot of opportunities to learn from past trades. Yeah, we have to learn from past trades, and if you're not journaling, that means you won't have the historic about the past trades, your emotions, your reaction, your decision. That means you won't learn. You'll be like chasing the wind. I'm doing this too, man. So I have to correct myself too. Breaking my own rules. All right, every trader has rules. Like maybe I don't trade from this time to that time. I don't engage when this one and that one didn't appear. That are your rules. That are your rules. But sometimes you find yourself breaking your rules since you don't have anybody supervising you at that work. We're coming back to the risk management explanation. Like you don't have anyone to supervise you, so you feel like breaking your rules is like a small thing, but it's a very very huge thing. You're going to lose money, you're going to pay for it. So, guy, don't break your rules. Uh, allowed emotions to override strategy. Breaking your rules is always about emotions. You're trying to fulfill your emotions. You're trying to satisfy your emotions. You're executing not because you saw your trade. You're executing to relieve the anger of seeing you in a trade. Sometimes you are hungry. Okay, you are hungry. Yeah, hungry. Yes, hungry. Yes. Sometimes you are hungry seeing yourself in a trade. All right, and you don't find a trade. Then you feel like you're missing the brief, bro. That's not it. You have to respect the rules and ignore the emotions, unless otherwise. Okay, every trader feels good when the trade is running in his phone, MetaTrader, and bro big positions like that. But if you follow the emotions, trust me, you won't have a consistency since you'll be trading out of your system. Another biggest thing most of traders ignore: external environment. Let distraction and mistake noise affect progress. Here we're speaking of the environment outside trading. We ignore this a lot of times, but sometimes we're going into the charts just to relieve what we have been through in our life outside trading. Somebody is in conflict with his or her lover, and then he's going back to the chart to revenge what he faced outside the trading field. That shit, bro. Stop that. Focus, focus, focus. Do not let environment distract your focus. Don't let external feeling decide for you in a trade. It's you, your system, and your rules. Once you understand this, once you have questions of this one, knowing where you are falling is easier for you to know how you're going to beat these negative behaviors. All right, let's jump into another question. Yeah, past improvement. We saw we have explained about the setbacks. Now we're here to see how to overcome them. We saw the um, overtrading issue, patience, for risk management, not journaling, appreciating my own rules and external environments. Okay, to beat overtrading, you have to trade less, trade better. Focus on higher probability setups only. You'll find a lot of setups in a market, but you have to be selective. Pick what can give you a good result and emotional safety. Don't just think of the trade. Sometimes think about how can these conditions be flent to my emotions. That will help you. That will help you, not to have emotional damage. Another thing is cultivate patience. Yeah, wait for the clear signals before executions. Yes, price is at your key level. We know that price gonna unfold from there, but stay in your hands. Wait for the complete executions, signatures, or confirmations before take that trade. We spoke about risk management, and here we have a solution which is strengthening risk management. Respect your stop losses, size positioning wisely. You should not just trade without stop loss. Remember, we are not perfect. Our system is almost 60% win rate to 65, so using stop loss is something good and wisdom to protect your account. And remember, position sizing. Size a position according to a balance, and that is breaking my lows. We're going to replace it by handling my lows. Your discipline and consistency. Alright, write down your lows. Read them every single day before you start trading. Read them, read them, read them, read them. And then you have a reminder in your mind like, oh man, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that, and instead you have to follow this law and follow that. That is then committing to journaling daily, documenting trades, emotions, and lessons daily. Committing to journaling, journaling is almost it takes a big chance in your improvement, since you'll be knowing where you came from, where you're going. So when journaling, make sure you document your trades, the entry, the stop loss, the take profit, how you entered, and the conferences you used to enter. Don't forget to journal the emotions and lessons daily, because every single trade gives us a lesson, especially the losing trades. Then control the environment, minimize external distractions, stay centered. I don't think you have to break down this, since we all know how external environment interferes our performance in trading. So avoid that. Make sure when you're going to trade, make sure you have equipped the trading mode and forget about the external negative energies that will distract your focus when trading. I love this quote, man. Don't waste your time. If you can't change, things won't change. Here is another question. After after laying down all the thing about uh, psychology, mindset, and the behaviors about trading, now we're going to see another part, which is technical part. This chapter is going by the name "What is the blueprint?" What is blueprint behind the precision? You have an edge, right? But you have to ask these questions before doing anything. You have to ask yourself, like, wow, Whoa, what are my blueprints behind my positions? Here I'm speaking about the edge, a trading edge. Can you state or can you give a story about your trading edge? Some people don't know what trading edge is. Trading edge is technically is having a system that gives you repeated entries. Like every single trade should have the same story from the previous trade. If your trades has different stories, like the first trade gives another story, the second trade another story, says probably you don't have edge. You have to make sure you have a same story in each and every trade. That's edge. How are you going to know if you have blueprints behind your precision? Ask yourself the following questions. Can you spot the non-trading days? This is a question, and you have to answer it wisely. Can you spot the non-trading day before even you before you click the button? Can you spot this trading day is not a trading day? If not, you don't have edge. Go find a very specific trades, very specific condition before engaging in a trade. According to my experience, these are common stuff that may help you to know the non-trading days. First, low liquidity in the market, and this happens during holidays. We all know that during weekends, price is not moving at all in forex. Uh, you have weekends, holidays, and thin sessions. Holidays here is speaking about events. These are social event or economic event. It can be a bank holiday, it can be Christmas. In the charts, going to chart, you'll find that 25 of December there is no candle. Also the 1st January there is no candle. These are holidays. Alright, there's no transaction in the market, so there is no liquidity. Weekends, we don't have trades in the weekends. Market used to stay quiet, especially in forex, but other markets like crypto they are moving. Yeah. And thin session, thin sessions. These are the sessions that they have low liquidity because they are not associated with any kind of big economic events. Another fact is more catalyst. We all know that high impact news events are the catalysts. So the absence of impactful news or event led to the price to have low uh, liquidity. That gives maybe a poor price action or price may not move, it will stay in a consolidation. So absence of impactful news and events may help you to know the trading and non-trading days. Another thing and very important thing is no clear price action. If you don't find anything clear in the chart, please step out. Don't force. You're not the god of the market. Accept it and stay out. Spend time with our family and enjoy. Another question you have to ask yourself to know if you have blueprints of your precision is where will a reversal like to occur? Knowing where a reversal like to occur will help you to avoid staring at the chart when price is not at the key level you want to see a reversal. Here are some of the areas where I'm expecting a reversal according to my mod, 2022 mod. We have liquidity pools, which includes top hand, session orders. Here, speaking about all the highs, all lows, equal lows, session lows, and all that. You can learn them from ICT's channel. Could you post? If I don't find, if you don't know where prices like to go for reversal, bro, you are gambling. Stop that. Another thing is imbalance areas, level gaps, inefficiencies. Here is about the key level that I'm using to trade most of the time. I'm using an imbalances, which are in form of fair value gaps or inefficiencies. Right. Some use oil blocks, some use rejection blocks. This page can have all the key levels, but I, according to my system, I chose liquidity pools and imbalances. So now, reflect back these questions to you and answer it according to your system. Another question to ask yourself is, when will reversal likely occur? You should know when. We already know where, but we have to know when. If we are at the key level, but the time does not let us in, that's not an able setup. So you have to stay away, mind as a business, play game, enjoy time with your family. According to my system, I like to see uh, this session timing, Asian session, land and open key zone, and New York key zone. I want to see trades taking place during Asian session and an open key zone or New York key zone. During Asian session, here you can find all the Asian based assets unfold quick, like Australian JPY, New Zealand JPY, Canadian JPY. All of them you'll find here in Asian session. Then we have London Open Key Zone. I like to see USD unfolding good and GBUSD nicely during this key zone. And then we have New York key zone. Here you're gonna find all USA based assets unfold very nicely there. Knowing when will help you to know if you're going to engage or not. So this one will also help you to know the full plans. Time is a very, very, very essential thing. Don't ignore time. Another question. What confirms the reversal? According to your system, you should know what is confirming your reversal. Unless otherwise you're gambling, bro. You're gambling. You're gambling. Man. Don't, don't. Like when I see this and I see that, and sometimes there's sometimes no, you should not have those sometimes. You should have very, very solid conferences. Like I on my system, I look at changes state of delivery, displacement, balance, price ranges, and black and black. Right? These are the things that I'm looking for before executing. I have to explain them, you all know them, right? So now this question should be used. Ask yourself this question. And if you got the answers for this, that means you have edge. And if you don't get the answers, go back into the charts and learn, build your system, be specific, right? Then, oh man, I have background noises, living in the hood, man. Forget about it. Focus here. Where is my stop loss? You have to ask yourself, does my system have solid stop loss level or estimating according to the vibe that time? Alright, according to my system, I just like to put my stop loss beyond invalidation, just out of the key level. Yeah, I have confirmed the reversal. Now my stop loss will be below the swing low that from that reversal, and that is stop loss will protect you from unnecessary losses and big drawdowns. This will help you to survive more in the game and have more chances to win. You got it? Don't got it? Get about this game. Another question is, where is my take profits? You enter the trade, you don't know where to exit. That's bullshit. You have to understand, you have to know where to get out from the trade. Targeting liquidity. According to me, I'm targeting opposing liquidities, opposing structures, and next pulls. Another thing is scaling out. Sometimes I just to secure gains above certain levels above my own. Like when I hit the 50% of the range, I'll take partials. 6.2 I'll take partials before hitting the odd highs or odd lows. Then risk to reward. Sometimes it's better to have, okay, I used this system most of time. Having a solid return uh, to risk or risk to reward. Minimum 1 to 2 or better. But I prefer 1 to 2 because 1 to 2 gives very serious results. No over trading, no stress. I prefer this way. Ask yourself, how do you take profits? If you don't know how do you take profits, you don't have blueprints of your age. That is folks. We have done with our video, done with your lecture. And this video, what's cool is that because we spoke all you have to hear. We spoke everything that holds you back, and you have to work on improving those parts for trading. We all know that we want to make finance plus time freedom. Everyone is fighting, everyone is looking for success. We promised our parents, promised ourselves, and we have to work for it. And the only one who has power, authority, and decisions to either let us win or lose is God. So don't forget God when learning. Put God first. This is a new year. Surrender to God. Surrender your activity, your plans, your health, your family. Surrender everything to God, and then God will work for you. Be still, be still. I am God, and I'm walking. That's what God told us. Believe in Him and let Him work. Do your part, work hard, follow the rules, be disciplined, depend on Him, and the rest will be done by Himself. That's my last advice. This is 2026, new trading year. If you can't change, nothing will change. And now I'll be focusing on YouTube. I do not have any group or channel, or you may not find me anywhere. You'll find me on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to your friend. Thanks for watching. It was nice to have you. Happy new trading year.